item, you can kindly take your seats. The next item is going to be players, and this is going to be given to us by a volunteer. I'll give the first opportunity to the members who joined us from Kampala. You can kindly lead us into this prayer session. Yeah, any volunteer? Thank you. Thank you so much for that prayer. We are sure we're going to have a blessed day. I welcome you today, World Down Syndrome Day 2024, and the Rowan Down Syndrome Awareness Center is leading all other partners and colleagues in commemorating this day here in Masindi. This time it is happening in Masindi. Last year it happened in Chikube district. 2020.
Syndrome Awareness Center. Other people in another part of the country, and they're here with us today, and I'm really hoping this will begin the beginning of something where we're actually not just based here, but we're working with people in other parts of Uganda. So I think first of all of us should give a big clap to everybody who's come from Kampala. Please give them a big welcome. Okay. I think you can do better than that. I mean, I go to sessions like this and people say, come on, that's useless. Come on, let's have a really big one from everybody. Yeah. Very good. Thank you. first thing we have to do is to invite the LC. Is the LC here from this area to open this session? Or anybody from MASINDI local government here? I don't see anybody, so we will see and give him the opportunity when he comes. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is to just explain very quickly why do we have World Down Syndrome Day. And we had somebody from Kampala who was going to help us with that. Here we go. Right.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Are we still good morning or is afternoon? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alan Nimagawa. I work in Angel Center. We are located in Kampala. I've been hijacked to talk about why we celebrate Down Syndrome Day. So basically, I assume we all know why we celebrate. I'm going to stick on two things. One is to celebrate persons living with Down syndrome, to continue to show them to the world and show them how they're important, and also creating awareness in our communities about Down syndrome. So I'm going to read through the slide very fast. I'm not taking a lot of time. As we celebrate today, Down Syndrome Day, yes, you know, I've been hijacked. Yeah, so as we celebrate today Down Syndrome Day, we are saying that people with Down syndrome, their friends and advocates, and those who live and work with the organization and participants in activities and events that raise awareness. So what is Down syndrome? I hope we all understand what Down syndrome is. What does it mean to have Down syndrome? How do people with Down syndrome play a vital role in life and communities? Yeah, so this year the theme is ending stereotypes around Down syndrome. And stereotype, according to me and him, is a sense, idea that people have about what someone or something is like. For example, people with Down syndrome in the community, they know us differently, they give us different names. In Kampala, they call us Bakasiru, not Bakasiru. That is one of the reasons we are celebrating Down Syndrome Day today. Stereotypes can be positive or negative, but they are often inaccurate or simply wrong. Stereotypes are often based on limited information, personal experience. They can be reinforced by media or cultural messages and difficult to change. And today we are here to change the stereotypes that surround Down syndrome. The focus for 2024 is to stop people assuming that people with Down syndrome are special groups struggling with disabilities, which make them inferior to other people. I believe we all agree with this year's theme. Yes. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much for that brief description and explanation about why we celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. Well, the next item is to try to break down for maybe someone who is new to the word Down syndrome. I'm going to try to explain what Down syndrome is, what brings it, and how we can manage it. This is my presentation. My name is Kenneth Kurumba. I'm an occupational therapist. Well, Down syndrome is a genetic disorder and it comes about due to abnormal cell division. Yes, please. Oh, Thank you so much. We have someone who is going to support us. He's just coming. He'll be trying to break it down. I hope we understand Luganda. I'll try to break down some words in Luganda. And he'll be doing it in Lunyolo. Are we fine with Luganda? Okay, anyway, he's here. Okay, he's going to support us. Thank you for the suggestion. He will be breaking it in Runyolo, and I'll be trying to explain it in English. Well, Down syndrome is a genetic condition, and it comes about due to abnormal cell division, which brings about extra chromosomes. When I try to translate this in Luganda, what you write obutafari w'omubiri. Nga mutondebwa k'omwana afuna obutafaali okuva ewa maama we n'ewa taata we. Omuntu yenna, a typical person, abeera n'obutafaali 46. Omuntu atalina mbeera eya Down syndrome. Eya Down syndrome abeera n'obutafaali. Era nga kino kijjawo olw'embeera nti weesanga nga sperm cells, ngenda funa ekigambo kingozesa mu Luganda, sperm cells bina ne egg cells zirina okweyawuzaamu nga zirina what they call genetic information, yegwe obutafaali obwo wegezaako okwogerako genetics. Weesanga nga tewegabanya bulungi, omuntu n'afuna okay, I'm continuing. I've been talking about the sperm cells and the egg cells, which have to divide. They are containing the genetic information which a child has to receive. So the abnormality comes in their division, and you find that instead of getting 23 chromosomes from the mother or from the father, a child may end up getting 24. That's because a typical person is having 46. But when they divide, they're supposed to divide 23.
Abazaire baitu n'abaana baitu abaina Down syndrome mwe bali munokweki mutuganyire abo kuba a bit disorganized kyonka tukuruga hamachi kandi abandi tubayetekaniza teteko hati abo itwenda kwetegereza tuyina abantu abalugire Kampala, tuyina abalugire mu Bunyoro, tuyina n'abakubaza Rujungu. Nsabire Dr. Professor Rujungu ngabula mu Runyoro. Abo kuba balugire Kampala n'imigira itwenda tukumanya Rujungu. Dr. Soboroire namuna abazaire baita ba Masindi ninyo kwenda muwulirize kino. Yasobora mu Down syndrome. Ekigambo tukafuna bakyeta mukurampora omurunyoro nti buli bulema omwana kuzalwa nabwo libugira akatafali akabiri na kamu kweyawukanizamu emirundi egi nyowe tindi dokita tingenda kubigendamu mburayira kyonka nikekyo tumanye nti habaho okwebaganizamu kw'emirundi 3 mu kikalu ky'emirundi egi ebiri. Akasulaida akagarukaho, please slide for us. Akasulaida ako niko kakwolekya akatafali akabiri na kamu hami twenda tukulebawo kusatu nikiyekyo Dr. Bairena Amanisi.
Well, this is an illustration of a test done for Down syndrome. They usually take a blood sample and they look at the distribution of the chromosome. And if somebody is having Down syndrome, it will come out like this. This one is called a chromosomal karyotype. and it is clearly showing that the 21st pair is not a pair, they are actually 3. There is an extra chromosome attached.
Omuntu onazaibwe n'obulema buno bwa Down syndrome ekimukurora hano niyo eba test ekolebwa kandi bwegaruka akatafali kabiri na kamu hariho obuntu busatu mukikaro ky'obuntu bubiri ate awo netukakasa ng'omwana waitu rundo omuntu ono ayina obulema buno bwa mukurampora obutwesere Down syndrome mu lujungu.
Well, Down syndrome varies in severity. We have so many cases of people with Down syndrome which are very mild, and also we have some cases which are a bit severe but still manageable. So all people with Down syndrome are not, they may not have limitations the same way.
Omuntu bwazalibwa ina obulema buno bwa Down syndrome abamu bubakwata nibubaleetera ekitukugambire nibihingura na sayizi abandi nibuba butaito noyesanga bwakusobola kukola emirimu akusobola genda asomero akusobola kuzana n'abataahibe baitu kandi abandi oyesanga nibumuleetera obuzibu bwingi obundi n'aba atakusobola n'okuzana n'abataahibe n'atakusobola kubaza n'okukola emirimu endika abaana bando bagikola.
Well, it is important to note that people with Down syndrome may have delays in their development, but they will surely achieve the milestones, mostly in the physical aspect.
Nchekitwina kumanya abana baitu bano bakererwa kukola emirimu rudo bujungwe kyayisere milestones baitu kando tuba tubafiire obire nebukyali bamara nebafuna obwomeezi obukwegondesa.
Well, Down syndrome affects all people. Anyone can produce a child with Down syndrome because it is not related to witchcraft, any person can get a child with Down syndrome.
Nti obulema buno butukubazaho bukwata buli muntu omugufu, omuraira, omukooto, omutaito, omujungu, omuchina n'omugayiga. Kimanyisa mwitwena abali hano n'osobola kuzaala omwana ayina obulema buno.
And according to the research that was done, 1 out of every 1,000 children born is having Down syndrome.
Nti ombaana baitu hano buli mwana azaalibwa abaana 10 abaho omwana omu ayina obulema obutukubazaho buno.
So it means there are so many people with Down syndrome, the only challenge is that they have never received information about Down syndrome. Their parents are staying with them, they have tried to look for options of seeing how they can support their children, but they have failed to get the best option without diagnosis. Well, risk factors for someone to produce a child with Down syndrome.
Nti tugenda kubazaho nibyo ebikusobola kufuna omwana ayinawo obulema buno bwa Down syndrome.
The first one that by people who made research was advanced maternal age. Mothers producing at 35 years and above. It is said that the egg cells become weaker the more we grow. So you find that it becomes a bit hard for the egg cells to divide very well when the mother is 35 years and above.
Obuliba niryamukanizibwa nirisobola kuleetereza okwawukanamu okubi kuno kutubalizeho. Nikwo gamba abamama boona balina emyaka 35 emikisa y'okufuna omwana ayina obulema buno eba
Yeah, but it is not like all the mothers who produce at 35 years and above will produce a child with Down syndrome, because
kyokka kino tukikumanyisa ngu buli maama ali haigulu emyaka 35 agenda kuzaala omwana ayina obulema.
we have seen some children when the mothers are just 23, 24, but the child is having Down syndrome. It means there are so many other things which may not be known.
Tulozere bamama banga abato nabo ni bazaala baana abalinamu obulema buno. Nikimanyisa ngu haliyo n'ebintu ebindi ebitutakumanya ebitusobola kuleetereza embeera eno.
The next thing that can bring about a child with Down syndrome is being a carrier of the genetic translocation. More research is being done, but it was confirmed that a girl with Down syndrome can produce a child, but there are some chances that the child can have Down syndrome.
Nti ekindi ekikusobola kuleetereza ekyo nikwo kuba olinamu obutafaala obwo. Kati nga oli mu nsiki olw'okuzaala haliyo emikisa 5 ha 100 ey'okuzaala omwana ondi nawe ayina obulema bwa mukulampolo.
The last point is for a mother who has produced a child with Down syndrome, it is possible that you can produce another one with Down syndrome, but it is not like you will produce a child with Down syndrome, but it is possible that you can produce a child with Down syndrome, because if one of the causes was the egg cells not dividing very well because they are older, it is possible that you can produce a child with Down syndrome.
Ekindi ekikusobola kuleetereza omuntu kufuna omwana ayina obulema bwa mukulampolo kakusangwa aba ayina omwana ondi ayina obulema obwo nasobola kugarukamu akazaala ondi nawe akayija ayina obulema bwa mukulampolo.
Well, I'm going to talk briefly about the tests that we do for Down syndrome. There are some tests that can be done when the mother is still pregnant.
Tugenda kubazaho omulingo gw'okusobola kuzoora kukebera kumanya ng'omwana lundi omuntu ayina Down syndrome.
These are a bit advanced, but we have the one called chorionic villus sampling, where they take cells from the placenta and they check for the chromosomes of the baby in the stomach, of the chromosomes of the fetus. The second, they take the amniotic fluid, that fluid surrounding the baby. They can pick that fluid and they use it to know the chromosomes of the baby. And then the last one is called percutaneous umbilical blood sampling. They bring blood from the umbilical cord and they use it to check for the chromosomes of the baby.
Batusoboloireho engeri y'okukebera omuntu bw'akuba ayina obulema buno. Ebigambo ebyakozesa biri scientific muno kyokka nnyo okugezaho kubiteeka mu lulimi lwaitu olutuufu wetegereza. Yagamba ngu osangira ogenzera mu kativi oyina enda, hariho akativi abakazi tukamanyira abayina enda katugendamu. Omu kativi omwo nibasobola kurora obulema buno, rundi nibasobola kukozesa omusaahi, nibakuyiha omusaahi nibakebera, rundi nibasobola kuyihaho amaizi hamu kundi hanu nibakebera nibamanya ng'omuntu ayina Down syndrome.
Yeah, then this is the diagnostic test when the baby is born. That's the test I previously talked about, the chromosomal karyotype. And this one, they pick the blood from the baby and they use it to analyze the chromosomes of the baby. This one will give us the other illustration I showed you earlier.
Ekindi ekitukozesa kuli kuyihaho omusaayi omwana amazire kuzaalwa nibamuyihaho omusaayi kale akasana katulozerege akaroho omuntu 3 akatafaali 21 nikwo katuluka katyo nikasobola kwolekya omuntu ayina Down syndrome.
The only challenge with this test that it cannot be done here in Uganda. So we just have to, if we are to do it, we just have to pick the blood from the child. We send it to some hospitals, like for example, Nakasero Hospital. They preserve the blood and they send it to their partners abroad for further analysis, and they give us the results I showed you earlier. I'm going to talk about some of the characteristics we can base on to suspect Down syndrome in a child even without doing the test. We can use some of these characteristics to suspect it.
Ati bagenda kusobola obulolwaho obukusobola kumanyikirwa n'ogamba ng'omuntu ono yakubaina obulema obwamukurampula okutokubazawo.
Yeah, the first one is the decreased muscle tone at birth. The child is usually very floppy and very weak, unlike other children. That's at birth.
Akabandiza agambire ng'omwana baba n'agyazaalwa aba muceke muno mu binywa. Abazaire bamama tukimanya oba nonaabya omwana oyesanga n'agwa kuno n'agwa kuli nikwo ogamba n'ayorobe.
Yeah, some children with the Down skin at the back of their neck, and we usually say they have a short neck.
Abandi bazaalwa n'oyesanga ebikyabyo ebiwereiremu ebikya bino na ebibegabega nasana kayina kagamba omubiri mukooto hano enyuma y'ebikya.
They usually have a flattened nose or a flattened face in general.
Oba otunuula mu feesi oyesanga efeesi yaabwe nebabataire omulunyolo tugamba ku babata.
They usually eyes, there's a way squints, but they're not squints.
Amaiso gaitu osanga amaiso g'abantu abalinaho obulema buno osanga nigarora omulubaju zitali ddali kyonka eriiso erimu nerisobola kulola kuno n'erindi nirirola kuno.
Yeah, some of them usually have small ears and a small mouth compared to the shape of the head.
Abandi noyesanga nti eminwa ntaito muno amaiso n'amatu bitaito oba okuba otunuulire esaizi y'omutwe.
Yeah, they usually have short, wide fingers with short hands.
Obotunura ebyara byaku bino oyesanga biri bigufu kandi biri bikooto.
Yeah, some of them have separated joints between the bones of the skull. You can find a child with Down syndrome. Child is 3 years, but this fontanelle, in Uganda we call it akaungu. When it is still pumping, it is possible with Down syndrome.
Atabaana bano bakeererwa kwigalira olwotooto n'oyesanga omwana myaka 3 kyokka olwotooto luno nirukyateera.
Some of them have just one line in their hands.
Abandi n'oyesanga ng'omukiganja kyawe muno oba okuloolamu ejja kulola halimu obulayini okozera ennyuguta ya ma rundi na kyonka abaana baitu bano osanga balinamu akasiitale kamu.
Yeah, some of them have white spots on the colored part of their eyes.
Abandi nosanga balina akatoonyeze hamboni y'eriiso.
Yeah, the other common characteristic is the widely separated first and the second toe.
Ate ekindi ekitulora
Just like you can see.
oba okuba n'olora omu kisani hano oyesanga balina egapu nkooto muno hagati y'okugulwawo ekyalo ekisayija n'ekyalo ekigarukawo.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the health-related issues. These are some of the conditions that usually come along with Down syndrome. We have always found these conditions in the members we have.
Hatagenda kubazaho ebiki ebide biyisiraho ebitalibanyiza abaana baitu endwaire ezindi ezibaho omuntu bw'aba n'obulema buno bwa mukurampora.
The commonest and the deadliest is the congenital heart disease. This one is very, very dangerous, and the very bad thing about it is that it needs to be corrected in the first few months of the child's life. Otherwise, we may not be able to save the child.
Ekyokubanza kiri omwana kuzaalwa ayina ekihulu ha mutima. Abaana baitu tebetaaga kusemezebwa baitu kandi nibabasemereza omu nsi za heeru kandi obundi bagenda kimanya obwire bugenzi.
Some of them have challenges with their thyroid. You find that the thyroid is controlling metabolism, but you find that the child is eating, but the body does not absorb nutrients from the food, and the result you find that the hair is turning brown, the child is not growing, the child is not lively. This can come up due to challenges with the thyroid.
Abandi ekibatalibaniza kaba kafumbi, akafumbi kano kugeza okufuna ebigambo mu lunyolo. Akafumbi kano kabanga hano nikafuga ebinywa, nikafuga n'amasanyalazi mu mubiri gwaitu agakugenda habwongo atoyesanga omuntu bakuba aina embeera eno aina thyroid noyesanga nabiyirwa bwangu rundi najwaha bwangu rundi naenda kubyama rundi eisoke nirihindura nirigera muligo.
Some of them usually have hearing and vision disorders.
Abandi baba batakura kurungi rundi batakurora kurungi.
They have a low muscle tone. We talked about that.
Nebinywa kuba bichekeke tusangire tukibalizeho.
Yeah, some of them have mouth breathing and a protruding tongue.
Abandi abana baitu baba n'olulimi lukoto hati nikibaletera kuikiza omukanwa nk'obumukolo kusisa nao.
And this one results into what they call sleep apnea. The child finds it so difficult to breathe when they are sleeping.
Ati noyesanga ngu bakufuna obuzibu bakubyama n'abana ng'omuyera rundi nasana nkakubulwa omwika obwire bwekiro.
Yeah, they have challenges with their immune system. Their bodies are not so strong to fight certain diseases and weaknesses. You find that the child can be taken to the hospital just because of flu, and they are even admitted.
Emibiri y'abaana bayita balina obulema buno bamicheke kulwanisa endwaire oyesanga ngu afuniremu akantu katayita nk'enkoboro rundi nk'ekihinzi kyokka nabweragemu amaani n'asobola n'okumalira bamuhaire ekitabo.
Yeah, they also have a great risk of becoming obese as they grow old.
Ati haroho n'okuba nibasobola kunyentukana muno kikafuuka nk'ekizibu okubakuba nibakura.
Well, I'm going to talk about the management of Down syndrome.
Hati agenda kusobora tuyambire tuta abaana baitu obakuba bafunire rundi basayirwe balina obulema obwakukura mpolo.
Unfortunately, Down syndrome is not a disease, maybe like COVID, where we say that maybe if you get the vaccine, you get healed. It's a lifelong condition.
Ekyomugisa mubi buno buli bulema tibuli bulwaire ng'oboragama batere enkinzo rundi ndwairege COVID rundi omuswija ng'obulwaire buno bulugeho nangwa buli bulema obw'okuzaalwa nabwo kandi obukayikara nabwo okuyika obw'okuluga omwozi.
Yeah, so what we are advocating for is early intervention.
Hati itwe ekigenderwa kyaitu kiri kumanyisa abantu itwena nikwo tukakoleke okuyamba omwana n'akyazaalwa atakabayire kukura.
Just because of the so many success stories and the different changes we've seen in people with Down syndrome, those who have received the early intervention services and those who never got the chance to receive such services.
Tukesanga nti abaana bano okubatandikaho okubayamba nibyali nibaba benyawukana muno n'abataayi baabo abandi abakuzire kyokka bataafunire kuyambibwa omubuto.
Yeah, for the case that each child presents differently, there is no standard treatment that we are going to do this and this. So the treatment depends on how the child presents.
Ati ng'obwakusoboroirege ngu buli mwana akwatibwaho omungere kwawukana n'obujjanjabi rundi obuyambi bwawukana kusigikira omwana ekyaba ayolekeze kikumutalibanisa.
In most cases, we find that we may have to do some tests to see which specialist may need to see this child.
Nitubanza n'okukebera kumanya biki ebikutalibaniza omwana omwana ono niko tumanye mukuguki araba namuyamba.
But the management of Down syndrome involves a very big team called a multidisciplinary team.
Kati management rundi okujanjaba kwetagisa abantu bayingi abakugu bayingi kusigikira omwana ekikuba nekimutalibaniza.
Yeah, just like we saw, there's so many health-related issues like the heart, weak muscles. We saw that the child does not eat well. So the team may need to have a nutritionist, an occupational therapist, a physiotherapist, a speech therapist. It is a very big team depending on the presentation.
Ati ng'okutulozire nti omwana atalibanizibwa ebintu bikwawukana n'osobola kwetagisa kulora abakugu bakwawukana okuba omwana ayina omutima n'alora omukugu gw'omutima bwakuba atalibanizibwa omukubaza netulora omukugu akumwegesa okubaza obikuba biri byokulya nawe nayegesebwa kulya bwekuba erinnya erabya nabo netufuna abakugu bali bayingi muno abatuyambaho okuyamba abaana baitu.
Well, I'm going to talk about what they call occupational therapy. I earlier told you I am an occupational therapist. So, occupational therapy helps to support children with Down syndrome in activities of daily living. We want to see that the child is able to feed independently, the child is able to bathe, the child is able to brush their teeth, the child is able to play with other children. We are looking at their interaction in the environment, in activities of daily living, like the activities they are doing every day. Have muscle strengthening. So those are some of the things that occupational therapy usually supports children with.
Ati atusoboloireko mukujanja barundo mukuyamba abaana bano hariho abakugu bayingi nti kandi we alomu abakugu abo abajanja bakuraba omubisasayizi ebyokuzanisa ebinywa by'omwana niko nasobola kuyambibwa kufuna amaano mu binywa mu mikono mu kulibata mu kukola emirimu ya buli kiro n'omukumuyamba mu kwega nk'okwala akola ebintu bya buli kiro ng'okulya kwajura gonze kusiga amaino kwejwekya n'okuhandiika. Hati hariho omukugu ondi agenda kugenda atwoleke eslide ekugarukaho rundo obujanjabi obwenyawukana. Omukugu waitu Kenneth Kulumba twakumutereireho mu ngalo.
Thank you so much.
Tatwegezeze. Hati akweyinduliramu omanyire mukugu kandi niwe MC. Ati genda kumusaba awa MC MC.
Okay, now we are going to look at, I've told you about occupational therapy. Now we are going to look at another specialist called a speech and language therapist. They are going to train us about what speech therapy does for children with Down syndrome. And Stefan is here. You're welcome, Stefan, to take us to the next session. Thank you.
You're so good at multitasking. Let me ask Derek to give us an energizer. Derek, please.
Good morning, everyone. Me, I'm a Munyako, like no Runyako, and connect somewhere. So, is a console Nyako. So, now I need to stretch a stretching over to them. Lady inspects, please come. And who else? Who else? Yeah, lady inspects, please make your way here. And who else? Diamond. Ale, come. DJ. We want an energizing song. We want haba. So what we do, everyone does what? Ekitura akora byomakorechi, achikore, ekitura akora, buli omu akikore. Tinuko. What's his name? You go and bring the boy. Hurry up. DJ, are we ready? We are going to do haba. That one next to you. Come. You, yes. Come. Yes, we clap for her as she comes. Yeah, she's going to give us an energizer. Yes. DJ haba. What we do, you also do what? Hey, what about your name?
My name is Jennifer.
Clap for her! Jennifer, how old are you?
I am 17 years.
Mildred, commendable work. Okay, Jennifer, you know.
Yes.
Okay, so Jennifer, DJ is going to play, then you teach us how to dance, okay?
Yes.
The one who doesn't follow, you tell them to get out, okay?
Yes.
I've heard, if you don't follow, we chase you from the celebration. So Jennifer, come here, you go first. Then after, he will go next, okay? So for us, we follow who? Alright, first, let's first stretch our hands. Tell your neighbor to give you space. Okay, Jennifer,
Thank you so much, Derek and your team. I know I